Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Love. I am your host, Love Potion, aka Tasha Mack. And today I'm going to be joined by two amazing people from Dayton University podcast. I'm so excited about this conversation today because I have been sitting on this topic for a few weeks now after seeing not one, not two, but three of our celebrities in our little social media world filed for divorce back to back. So I thought this may be a great topic to discuss today regarding when do you know the love is gone in your relationship? So without further ado, let's welcome Charles and Brittany to this conversation. Hey guys, welcome
Hi.
to Let's Talk Love.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
I'm
That's
so
good.
excited.
We are.
So let's dive into this conversation of when do you know the love is gone in a relationship?
Oof.
So I have been pondering on this topic for the last couple of weeks. First, we had the announcement of Tia and Corey
Yeah.
that decided to just end their marriage after 14 years. Um, Tia, she wrote in her stories, letting go can be painful, but it
Mm-hmm.
won't hurt as much as holding on to an illusion.
Ooh.
I thought it was deep. It has been rumors that she was the one that took the lead in filing the divorce.
Mm.
And then we got Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill. I wasn't too much of a big fan of them. Y'all can chime in if y'all want, but I really wasn't. I just thought from the
Yeah.
beginning it was
I mean,
staged, but that's my opinion. But they
is it bad
announced
that I don't know who they are?
I mean,
so
Brittany,
huh?
I know who they are, but I'm not surprised that it didn't last.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
also
catch
not
us
surprised.
up with who they are. So
Please.
Cynthia Bailey is one of the Atlanta housewives.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All
And
right.
she's a supermodel and all of this good stuff. Her she was married to who's the
Leon.
yes, Leon.
Oh, that. Oh. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a daughter together. And
Yes.
I
Gotcha.
think Mike Hill, is he into entertainment? Television
He
and entertainment?
yeah, he's a sports
Yeah.
one of them people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then before Mike, she was married to Peter that owns Bar One
Yeah.
for like 7 years. So
Yeah.
Cynthia, she loved just love, I guess.
Yeah, she loves love, but she also just doesn't choose her partners wisely.
That's
And
what it
that's
I
sounded
mean,
like to me. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, oh man, like that don't even sound.
yeah.
yeah, she only been married for 2 years. They announced getting divorced on October 12th. So they I guess they both decided to walk away and
Yeah.
still be friends.
Mm.
So that's that with
Good
them. And
with
then
that.
we got Tom Brady and Giselle.
Yeah, no, that's a wild situation there. I mean, like,
Yeah.
That is a
why?
wild situation.
Like my man, like really was like, yeah, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up my cleats. I'm gonna go home, be with my wife and my kids. Got home to the wife and kids and was just like, who in
A good
the
a good month or two.
hell?
Just
I
that's
mean,
it.
He was like, these
let's
kids keep they asking for the food all the time. I gotta feed them every day. The wife needs stuff done around the house. I'd rather
Now
go to
you
work. Like, and that's what he chose. He was like, about this, I'm out. I'm gonna go work.
but no, you can't renege like that, especially if this is what you promise your partner. Like,
yeah.
hey, okay, I'm hanging up the cleats. I'm gonna finally be home, be a family man, be a husband, spend time with you and the kids, and then a month after that, you bow out gratefully. Like,
Right. But
well,
let's keep it real. Like, how many of us have been in a relationship where it hasn't served us? And so we go to external outlets. For example,
Mhm,
I'm gonna
mhm.
work a lot of overtime. I'm gonna go out with my friends. I'm gonna go visit
Right,
my family. I'm gonna go on
exactly.
lots of trips. Just anything to avoid home and
Right,
anything to avoid that person. That's when you know
right.
it's over.
yeah, but that's the thing. Why not communicate? Especially Tom Brady and Giselle that been married for 13 years. probably been together longer. Tia and Corey as well. They've been married for what, 14 years? Like,
Yeah,
we're
I mean, just because
they
you
don't
know
shock
somebody,
me.
just because
None
you're
of these
married to
divorces
somebody
shock
doesn't
me.
mean just because you're married to somebody doesn't mean you know them.
Yeah, like
that's true.
none of them have been a shock where it rattled my core. Like when I look at Tia and Corey, I just observed their body language, and it just never came across as though both were equally invested at the same time. Like there may have been a time when Corey was super invested, and then a time when Tia was invested.
I thought it was only me because I always thought that
I
about them.
always thought that. He never
Yeah.
smiled when he was with her, but when he was by himself in pictures,
Damn.
it seemed like his face lit up, and vice versa. Like she seemed to be very bubbly and happy around her children and around her sister and around her family. But it just seemed
But
like when those two were together, it was just very blah.
so do you
Tolerated.
think in both, well, with Tia and Corey and Tom and Giselle, do you think it was mostly because of the kids? Because that's what it's look. But then Tia
Yeah.
and Corey got a little small child.
Yeah. But there are times where people use those children later on in life to kind of revamp their marriage. Like maybe
Oh
this
yeah,
will reintroduce some sort of passion and feelings that we
mind
had in the
and
beginning.
yeah. But we always know. I mean, Life Jennings told us long ago, don't do it for the kids, do it for me. Like
Yeah.
why are we trying to hold
Yeah.
on? We're bringing dependence into a situation knowing we both don't even like each other like that. Like
Right,
I'm
not even
confused.
happy. Yeah. It is unfortunate for all of them, but it seemed like with all three situations, everyone is walking away like, okay, we can be friends. But I do know it had been rumors about infidelity on Giselle part with the Tom Brady situation.
Really?
So,
I mean, the
oh
man ain't home. I mean, he's cross
Can
country,
yeah.
you right? Can you
crossing
blame
the
her?
country
Like,
all
No,
year long, and he's working. I mean, when you come to football, like you are rarely off. Like you have all the workouts you got to do. You got OTAs, you got mini camps, you have preseason, then the regular season, which takes you all across the country. I'm not saying I condone it. I understand it,
no,
but I
no,
don't condone it.
no, because then let's go back to her being, because she has her career too. She's a supermodel, so she still
Fact.
had her stuff going on. She still had to go back and forth to do this, that, and the other, and still be home available to be a mother to her children.
exactly.
And
So
again, that's what it
that's
boils down
that
to.
that hypocrisy
Yeah.
going on right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Because I'm thinking,
like no
when's the
one's
last
there to
time
be
you've
for the
seen?
relationship. Go
Say it
ahead,
again,
Brittany. I'm sorry.
Charles.
Just nobody was there for the relationship.
No, for the entire relationship. They like you it go back to you saying they don't people don't know each other when they're married. Some people just don't know each other. And they probably just didn't know each other, like deeply know each other.
Right.
Is one thing to be married to one another and support each other's dreams and passions, but really deeply know that person. It sounds
Yeah.
like they
Right.
didn't at
And it's
all.
definitely not about the money because she's one
Right.
of the highest paid supermodels.
Yeah, she is. She's
And
gorgeous.
yeah, and he's making bank playing football. So, I mean, now we're speaking to privilege.
It's
They
Mm,
don't have to stay for the sake of the kids because they both
mm.
have income and they both have access to resources where they don't have to rely on one another. But then you have couples that are in my tax bracket where, you know, sometimes you're like, two
you got
incomes are better than one. Let's be
right,
honest. Like
right.
for me to
Yeah.
move out, get my own place, like you're going to be paying for the mortgage. I'll have my own mortgage and we can actually stay together and still stack some money and then be able to cover our household expenses together with these children. Like I don't have the luxury of just being like, yeah, I think I'm out. I'm
Right.
ready. I'm
Yeah,
out.
heck no.
Like I have to
Uh,
actually like think and plan and be strategic in my exit where they can just in a
Do it
drop
whenever.
of a dime, I'm
right.
good.
Hell yeah. We did on our show Thursday. It was just bruh, I don't care how mad you go on the other side of the house. I'm gonna go on the other side of the house. I'll call you when it's time to eat. or it's like that's it. Like I'm not. Look, I ain't divorcing nobody. Like I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gonna be mad because
Right.
I'm not putting in years, double digits of years, and then start all over again. Like Brittany was saying, no, hell no. Mm-mm. We ain't got no kind.
Right.
I ain't got that kind of money. Like you said, that tax bracket, my tax bracket is poor. Like it's like nah, there's
Or, but
ain't no
yeah,
way,
I
bro.
do agree. Social class do like really drive the boat when it comes to the divorce rate. And I see now more than ever some people just faking it until they make it because of finances,
Yes.
especially when kids are involved. Like, listen,
Yes.
I can't afford this without a second income, so let's do this together type thing.
Right.
But that goes back to the question, when do you know the love is gone in the relationship? So outside of the finances, like you decide, okay, I'm gonna stick it out because of finances, but still you're still not happy. So when do you
Mm,
know that the love is completely gone? Because I do believe that some people that do stay for finances still have some type of love there.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, I
Yes.
can dig that.
I feel like when the thought of life without them brings you peace and happiness, that's when you know the love is gone.
Mm,
I'm married, so me thinking about life with Derry makes me very happy. Um, I look forward to waking up to him and spending time with him. If there ever comes a point when the thought of just companionship with him makes me ill. Like it
yeah.
doesn't bring me
Right.
that same joy and happiness. But thinking about life without him, if that brings a spark to my eye, that's when I know something's wrong.
All
If I
right.
can
Mm,
live without him, as opposed to
mm.
not being able to live without him, that's when you
Oh,
know
I love
it's the end of
that.
the road.
Yes, we need more love like that.
Mm.
How about
Right.
you, Charles?
I'm a bit of a communicator. Like I know my love language is like words of affirmation. So followed by quality time. So like those things, like once those things stop on my end, I'm like, yeah. When I withdraw, like verbally, yeah. You start getting one word answers.
Oh yeah.
Um, I reply to your texts, like hours later. I'm always kind of caught up with some kind of excuse to not be around you or something
Yes.
like that. Yeah, like the love for me, right? That's where it's gone because I'm already in the process of checking out. Like I'm like, yeah, I see where this is going. I'm not gonna deal with it. And I'm thankful for my growth. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to slow walk people out the door.
How do you slow walk someone in a relationship? How you do that? Slow walking them? Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Either
yeah,
you walk them or
yeah.
you don't. So how you slow walk them?
Like I said, I drew like I'm drawing down my communication level. Like it's quiet quitting for relationships. Like that's what I used
Yeah.
to do. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I'm doing the absolute bare minimum, and that's just it. And anything extra is like, well, you on your own. I don't know. Well, babe, my car. Damn, damn, that's messed up. I'm actually like in like the Philippines right now. So I'm like,
Wow.
But you are a big communicator. So you're the big
it's
communicator is going to take the
yeah,
bare minimum to get out of a relationship. How do
it's
that even sound
crazy.
right?
It doesn't. I didn't say it was. I
Right.
didn't
But
say it was
how?
productive. I'm just saying that's how I was. That was my
Right.
old me. That was not the
Okay.
new growth for me where I can be
But
like, you know what? I'm not really feeling where this is going. I think it's best if we just go ahead and walk away. I hope you find what you're looking for. Whatever I gotta say in order to like
you're
make
having the
sure that
grown
I'm
up conversation.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
mean, but honestly, for real, like I do start to withdraw, like within myself because I need to have an active eye, what I'm saying, and not looking everything at through the rose colored glasses. I'm not looking at it at like our financial status that's together. I'm not looking at if we got kids together. I'm not looking at, like, I have to be able to
So
look
you
at it
looking
from a
at
logical
self,
standpoint. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
as you
mm,
should, as you
yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I guess with me being a divorcee and going back to the ex-husband,
Really?
yes, I kind of had
Really?
a different perspective. First and foremost, I wish I had that mindset back then. Like, okay, don't get divorced. Just stay in this
Mm.
house and deal with each other and work it out. Because look, we got
Uh-huh.
back together anyway. But at the same token, I think that we needed to grow apart to see what was out there and if we
Yes.
really truly loved each other enough to get back together to make it work. So we
Mm.
took the because we share 5 children together. So we
Uh-huh.
took the children out of the equation. We took everything else out of the equation and just kept us in there to see what we
Yeah.
truly wanted.
I love
Okay.
that.
So I like dating my ex though. I wish, but I do wish that we would have took a different route because our children, 3 of them are adults. So they was like, what was the point? Like they ask all the time, like, what was the point of divorce? Like
Yeah.
y'all right back
I
together.
mean,
Like I
All
don't
right.
when you're in it, I'm guessing it's a totally different thing versus than
Yeah.
outside looking in. Like, well, if y'all were just gonna get back together, but yeah, no, I
right,
wasn't here
right.
in the late nights where we are battling and fighting and
I
cussing
wouldn't
and
even say it was
whispering
like
under our breath so we don't wake everybody in the house
Yeah.
type shit. Yeah.
right. But I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't even say it was a bad. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a bitch. I'm like whatever.
Yeah.
Like once I get something in my mind, is no change in my mind type
Yeah.
person. And
Yeah.
that is my barrier. Like that's something I'm
Okay.
working on. Like I've realized that now. So
Okay.
and to me like fuck love and everything else. Like whatever. I love you, but you know I love myself more. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Like I almost went that route of going back with my ex, but our happily ever ending was not that. It wasn't happy at all. We just reverted back to why we broke up. I think the
Mm.
love for me was gone with him when I figured out we could not even hold a conversation without
Oh
it
yeah.
turning into an argument. So
Oh
we would
yeah.
talk about, let's say, the weather, and it's, let's say, today. I would say, "Oh, it's really warm for a November day," and he would say, "It's cold though. Like it's not like a summer warm. It's like a fall warm." And I would
Mm.
say, "Okay, it's still warm though, but it's not warm warm. It's like cold
Oh.
warm." So he would
Oh my.
find a way to
Yeah.
battle, and I'm thinking, why can't we just be civil? But then I
right,
can't. I wasn't blameless either. Like he would say something like, "Oh, this meat is pretty good." No, it's not really good at all. And so we just
right,
had this
Damn.
very combative type relationship. And I think we didn't let go of what, initially caused us to break up. And there wasn't enough love left over to really quench that like combative spirit. And
right.
I mean, it even got to the point I wasn't attracted to him.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
He
Listen,
that's
was
that's
that's a
attractive.
big
huge.
sign.
I'm like,
That is
you look
that is
like Shrek, when I thought he looked like Boris Cujo when I first met him. And it's just like there was nothing that would make me want to even like peck him on the cheek. I didn't want to hug him. And I
mm.
think if we did, it was one of those like church side hugs where you kind of
Oh
pat pat.
dang, not
Oh
the
yeah, you
church.
had already
No.
friend zoned him. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I didn't even want the friend. I didn't want no zone. I wanted him to be gonzo. That's the zone I
So
wanted.
you said that y'all attempt to replenish
Yeah.
whatever. So did you have that final closure with him? Because I think that's important.
Mm.
You know, I've always been one that really appreciated closure, but he did not want it. He didn't want the door to close. So you can't get closure from somebody that doesn't want it to end. And
Well, you can get
so,
closure for yourself. That's on him if he
oh yeah,
decides to
for
have closure.
sure.
But you
My
can get
closure,
closure for yourself for
yeah,
sure.
closure was in therapy. We actually broke up during a therapy session. just for my safety,
That
and
is
just
awesome.
for him to understand and realize this is really over. So yeah, after that it was like
Peace.
toodaloo.
That's awesome because a lot of people like a lot of times we kind of pussyfoot when it comes to breaking up with people. Like I
Mhm.
was talking about my old ways of how I slow walk people. Yeah, like we leave the little cracks in the door.
No.
Leave the door ajar. We leave the window a little slightly open. You know what I'm saying? We're actually defining like, look, this is
Yes.
over. Like and that could be confusing, especially when you're in a space of you're either trying to figure stuff out or you're like not really in the space to really let it like you want to move on, but you still kind of like maybe if they just changed X, Y, and
Just
Z.
Yeah.
So why do you think people leave that door open just a little bit? Because I know a lot of people that, especially when you get to this certain age bracket, where you think that, like, because I'm at that age bracket and I see a lot of my girlfriends who think that, it's the end of the world if
Yes.
they are not settled or married
Yes.
because we're in this age,
Mortality.
right? And then they
Yes.
We are
tend
Well
old. We
said.
are old people now. Like,
right,
listen, like
we're old.
I'm not in my 20s no more. Where
Right.
saying I can replace you in a hot second. Now it's like, oh man, I
Exactly.
gotta go through the
Yeah.
whole vetting process. I'll be like, oh Lord, this Jesus, this woman.
Or we're just afraid to start all over again from
Yeah.
That's
we're
a
It
just
real.
afraid
is.
to go through that cycle of dating, of
Yes.
getting to know
Yeah, it
someone, get to
sucks.
know their children, their family, this,
Yes.
that, yeah.
Ain't nothing out here. People suck.
Yeah, people,
What?
yeah.
Oh
The
wow.
dating pool definitely got pee, crack, and everything else in it. I tried it.
Whoa.
Yeah, the date.
Shout out to this Thursday show that just came out. Like that's all we talked about was pee in the pool. Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more than pee.
FMP, poop, a little bit
E.
of doo
coli,
doo. Yeah.
Yeah,
listeria,
Yes.
malaria.
I mean, the desperation for companionship will have people leaving a lot of windows open, doors open, attic doors open, heart open, eyes open, mouth open, everything open,
right.
because the need for somebody in the picture. And it's like, I just wish people honestly just took a week, 2 weeks, date yourself. Like, really, honestly, get to
Amen.
know yourself right now. Because even though you think you know yourself, when you have so many, you know, external environmental things happening around you, people, places, and things, you lose sense of self. So when you're finally able to sit in a room by yourself and really understand and get to know yourself, baby, that love for oneself is top tier.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
I
nothing
mean,
like
because
it.
I can say I did that once I got separated. Like I truly dated myself, took myself to the
Yes.
movies, took myself out
Yes.
to dinner, took
Yes.
myself everywhere because I was married for 10 years. So we had
Wow.
just hit that 2-digit thing. So
mm.
when you're married, you lose yourself.
Yes.
It's just a part of the game. You lose either all of yourself or part of yourself or a
Yes.
portion of yourself. So it's like because you're used to being identified as such and such wife.
Yes.
So it's
Mm.
like,
Yes.
no, I'm not such and such wife. I'm Tasha. Who am
Right.
I?
Right,
So you need
Right.
right.
to figure that out. And a lot of people are scared to figure that out. They're scared to even be alone with themselves.
Right. And I
Because
think
And
Cynthia
the
Bailey,
pandemic,
somebody
the
asked
pandemic
her,
put that up.
oh
The
yeah,
pandemic,
pandemic did.
pandemic
Everybody,
put that up big time.
yeah, they did. Because
So many
Cynthia
people
Bailey
showed up.
even said, I think she did an interview with someone and they asked her, what about dating? You was just married for 2 years and then you just got out of it. She was like, oh well, I'm open to dating, but nothing serious right now. I'm for love. I mean, I want to be, if love happens to go
wow.
towards marriage again, then so be it. I'm open to it. Sis been
Mm.
married for 3 times. I think it's not in the cards for her.
Yeah.
And I think there is really some deep underlying issues that she needs to figure out before she even entertained the thought of entertaining anyone for a cup of coffee, because
Wow.
it's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think when people get to a space where they are by themselves, a lot of people don't like what they see. And that's
Yeah,
the hard part. So it's like, to escape myself, I need to surround myself with others. That's a
Mhm.
scary feeling.
that
And
is
there
a
have been moments when I have been by myself years ago, and I thought about past scenarios, and I'm thinking, y'all, I am the common denominator.
Yeah.
I don't like that for me.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's not them, it's me. That's a
That mirror is real.
horrible feeling. Yeah, the mirror
Yeah.
hurt. The
Yeah, the
mirror
mirror
definitely
does
hurt.
hurt, but
Yeah.
with the mirror comes accountability.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
And
Cheers to that, sister.
yes,
Ooh.
so most people don't like to take accountability, especially for the part that they played. Everyone plays a
Woo!
part. It's never one-sided. Never,
That's
ever
fair.
one-sided.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking from experience because it took me a long time to realize the part that I played in my
Yeah.
marriage. And
Wow.
I had to come to realization, like, you know what? It wasn't all him.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. I
and a
mean,
Wow.
lot
because
of people
yeah,
struggle.
because when we're in those situations, like we're looking for our own validation. So we go to our support group. Our support group is like, they're gonna be riding die for you. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
if you have a real support group, they're gonna tell you, yo, you messing up, like for real, for real. But what we do, like we search for our biases. So that's what we do when it comes to that. So like you said, that accountability is not the first thing that comes in our mind. We just look at like how this person hurt us, and and how can I move on from that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, well, what part did, like you said, love, like what part did I play? Like how did
Mm.
was I the ideal partner that I thought I was? Instead
Yeah.
of looking at the reality, because we all about it's three sides to the story, your side, their side, and the truth.
Truth is amen.
So we gotta
Yeah.
like really take that accountability, and I think when more people start to do that, I think it will bridge this divide that's between us. It's chasm at this point, where we can try to really heal, and not even heal for somebody else, but heal for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's when you talk about, division, I just think about past relationships when I knew the love was over, and that division was probably another thing. I just felt so alone. Like, can you
Mm,
imagine feeling alone in a
mm.
relationship when it's just like, am I in
Amen.
one?
I mean, I
Or
think we all been there.
yeah, and I could be like sitting right
Uh,
next to him, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
just really feel like I'm in this by myself, and I don't understand what's your purpose if you don't want to communicate with me, if you don't want to be intimate with me, if you don't even want to be in the same room as me. How can we exist in this space? And it's not even like any of my exes had these grandiose mansions. They would be
Right,
like 2-bedroom apartments, one
right,
bedroom
right,
right.
apartments, three
right.
bedroom townhomes, and it would feel like we were just in this vast space. He would be
Hmm.
probably down the hall, and I would be in another room, and it's like at no point did we want to convene.
Hmm.
Like, why did I come over here? I could have been home by
Right,
myself. Why
Right.
right.
invite me over?
I
So
think the older you get, the more you realize what you can tolerate and not tolerate.
yeah,
And
yes,
I think with all three of these situations, all of them are 40 and above.
yeah,
So,
Yeah,
40 hits you and you like, listen, there's a lot of
like
things that I'm not doing anymore.
yeah,
right.
Uh,
You're
yes,
looking at your life like, hold on, like you when we were young, we would look at 40 like 40 is old, but then we get
right.
there and it's like, bruh, I can still be out here. Yeah,
I
man.
look my
Like
Right.
best, I feel my best.
I would be, I had me for real. Yeah, man. Like, and I'm telling, and it's like you see these people who are out here like 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 sometimes, who are like finding the love of their life, like finally after they've
Exactly.
already divorced or been widowed or what I'm saying, whatever, finding the love of their life. And it's just like, yeah, I that part I get, it's like, bro, like why am I gonna sit here? Why am I gonna sit
Right.
here?
Yeah, I just don't get it at all. I don't. I mean, I hope that with all three of these situations is a positive on the end. I hate that social media is dragging. Well, I know for sure Tia, because she blatantly was the one that went and filed the divorce and said, "Okay, I'm done." Cynthia filed the divorce as well. Giselle as well. So it's like, okay, yeah, kudos to all of them.
Charge it to the game, man. Charge it to
Right.
the game.
Right. But I guess because now it's females taking lead, like, okay, I'm not happy and I'm gonna walk away. It's a problem. But if it was the men in the situation, it wouldn't be all of this talk and noise about, oh, he did her dirty, because
Right.
it's the man versus the female. So
Right.
why isn't it that us females can finally be like, okay, let's file this
Yeah.
divorce?
Yeah. Because I just remember growing up, society taught me and girls and women that you need to be groomed to be a wife, groomed to be a
Exactly.
mother, and be groomed to stay, regardless of what happens. You're supposed to endure, even if it hurts. But at least at the end of the day, you can say that you've been kept and chosen as a
Exactly.
wife. And it's like, no, this is 2022. Those same traditionalist viewpoints, those are no longer.
Mm-hmm.
We need two
Right.
income households. I'm educated. I'm degree like my husband. We're both contributing. Yeah. So
Right.
I have
Yeah.
thoughts. I have opinions, and I'm going to express them. And with that comes, my expression of happiness. Am I happy? And that's something that we're not taught to really value as girls and
Right.
women. Like, can you cook? Can you
Right.
clean? Great. Can you be submissive? Okay. But it's like, can you be happy?
That
Can you be
part,
okay?
that part. And I think a lot of people take the happiness out of the relationship now, because
Yeah.
let's face it, a lot, like, I someone posted the other day, like, okay, I've been married for love once. I'm not doing that
Mm,
no more. Next time I'm gonna marry because that's what I chose to do and that's what
mm.
I need in my life, but it's not gonna be for love. And I'm like,
Oh,
so when do we not marry for love anymore?
right. What?
I,
I mean,
I don't get this.
it's so wild. We like, I was in one of my groups. We were talking about that. Like, marriage now is like the question was posed like, what is the benefit of marriage to a
Uh,
woman in
I saw that
2022?
question somewhere.
And
Yes.
I was like, bruh, like, wait a minute.
yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Like, wait. Why are we treating marriage like a transaction?
Right.
Granted, it is in its core, it kind of is, but like you were saying, that where's the love in it? Like, looking for the tangibles. Like, okay, am I going to get a house? Going to get a car? Am I going to get security? Am I going to be able to produce kids and and all these things? And we're not looking at it through the lens. We're looking at it as a merger of like two companies
Yeah.
I
versus the
mean, but
merger of
that's what
two
most
people.
people, they're describing marriage nowadays
Right.
as a business
Yeah,
contract.
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
it's
They
wild.
it is. It really is. And I'm like, when did it get this way? And then now I'm afraid of, because I have two children that's in their 20s. I'm like, I don't want them to grow up in life thinking, okay, marriage is a business contract
Mhm,
and this is what I'm going to do it for. Like, no,
mhm,
it's supposed to be like you fall in love and you love
Yes.
this person and this is the person that you see yourself spending the rest of your life with, having children with, building a life with
Right.
together. Not
yeah,
this.
Yeah, now, we know
Yeah, the
love. We know
foundation
love don't pay
first.
the bills. Love don't pay the bills.
I
Like, we
mean,
get
yeah, love does not pay the bills, but if it's enough love in that foundation,
Right.
then y'all should be able to work together to be able to
Right.
provide for your
that
family.
part.
Right. And
That
that's the
part.
thing. When is marriage a partnership? Absolutely. But the foundation is on love. Like that's the thing.
Right.
Once you have the love there, the rest of that stuff is a walk in the park. We
Exactly.
can discuss finances. We can discuss, whatever business you want to discuss. But because we
Right.
have the love, it makes the process easier because I genuinely care about you. So
Right.
even when people say, finances is the cause of divorce, well, the thing is, when you have someone who you really love, you don't want to see them struggle. So
Mhm.
you will do what you need to do. There are going to be times in life, let's be honest, where you're not going to be at 100 every time. But if you
Right.
Exactly.
genuinely love someone and they see that you're deficient in like 30, they're like, you know what? I'm going to have to up me up. So if I'm at 100,
Exactly.
I'm going to have to add a 30. I'm going to have to be 130. I'm going to have to go into overtime and do what I need to do. Because when you
Hmm.
love someone, you're supposed to try to fill in the gaps of where they have lack. And
One
that's the
hundred
part
percent.
where we fail is that there's no love. So when you see someone
Right.
struggling that you're married to, you start to get resentful. Like, why
Mm,
aren't you, why aren't you
better.
pulling your weight?
Right.
Right.
If
Because
you
I
love them,
mean,
you
we're in
wouldn't
such a
have that.
but yeah, and we're such in a microwave society. It's just like, oh, this one thing ain't working, so yeah, I gotta go. Like you see it all the time in these posts, and it bothers
Oh
me. I'm
yeah.
like, wait, the man did one thing. Like I
And you're
saw a post today.
blind.
Right.
You blind. Like I saw a post. I saw a post today, and this chick said met this dude on a humble in a carryout or whatever. She went out to her car. He had already her number. She watched him. He went to the bus stop and she ripped up his number. Turns out he just went to go give some food to a homeless person on the bus stop and then went and got in his truck and
Wow.
said she was too embarrassed to even go back and even ask for his
Wow.
number again. Like this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, why are we
Right.
so quick to dismiss the first blush of what people
Wow.
are? Like we
Because
don't take
people
time.
have high expectations now. That expectations is higher than
Oh my
this.
gosh.
Like,
Thank you,
and
social media.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, social media. Like, yeah, because I think that social media plays a huge part in individual expectation. What kills me is, and I'm a bit like I love us women all day long. Trust me, I do. But some of us have higher expectations for the men than we have for ourselves. How you
Ooh,
expect to
ah,
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. How you going to
ooh.
sit here and pray to God for a man that brings home six figures and you're not even close to six figures?
Amen. And the six
Like,
figure men ain't looking and the six figure men in that percentile ain't looking for you. Why? Because they're looking for somebody way more submissive,
exactly.
way more
Exactly.
beautiful. Let's just keep it up stack.
And got that shit together.
Yeah. I never
No, they're not
understood.
even looking for nobody together who got it together. They're looking for somebody they can control because they
I
don't
just
want somebody with like an opinionated mouth, someone
That's
who feels
true.
like, well, I don't really need you, blah blah blah. Like, nah, bro, I'm
Exactly.
making all my looks are no longer a factor because I have this money, I have access, I have this, I have that. I'm trying to bring your I'm trying to bring your ass up. And you want to be one
Right.
of them. No. Yeah, no. Ain't the dude in that kind of money ain't looking for the average woman. It ain't.
Yeah, it's just unrealistic expectations across the board. Like there are women that will not date a man that lives with roommates or their parents. And it's like, well, where do you live? Oh, I stay with. Okay. Notice how you
Dead,
stay with. So that means
dead,
Exactly.
you don't live by
dead.
yourself. Then you have men that have a type. I won't date someone that looks like so and so. But then you look at them and it's like, have
You don't
you
look that.
looked
Yeah.
have you looked in the mirror before? Like
Right.
you want access to women that we call quote unquote high value, but it's like you're basing your type off of what you see these multi-million-dollar athletes and rappers pulling. So you want that same caliber woman, and you're working with not even a fraction of their income. You may have pennies to their mere
That
millions.
part.
Like I want someone that's gonna do X, Y, and Z. She gotta look good, have long hair, small waist, big butt. She gotta, have a fancy car. And it's like,
It's
sir,
tiresome. It's tiresome.
sir, like, are you insane?
I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired.
I
I'm
yeah,
tired of it.
I am too. I'm tired too.
No,
It's like,
I'm very tired. I'm very tired. Then the men that want a porn star and they want access to every hole, but
Right.
the woman doesn't have access to his wallet. You want me to spread my cheeks, but you can't even take me to a restaurant to make sure that I'm fed. I can't even
how
get a
about
meal.
the women that even accept the BS?
That's the part that makes me upset. You're right.
It's no way in hell. Like, come on. Me and my daughter was having a conversation about this last week. She's 21, by the way.
Okay.
But she's like, she has a friend that started dating the owner or the owner of the restaurant that they work at. So the friend, the only reason why she started dating him so she can get more hours. I said, wait a minute, y'all got the game fucked up. Like,
Right.
if I'm dating the owner, I'm not going to be wanting more
I'm not
hours. You're going to be
working.
paying a bill. Like,
Right.
I wouldn't even be working. So
Okay.
We at the bar drinking like for free.
Right.
Like, let's go.
Exactly.
Keep running.
I would own part of that as well. I want a stake in this company.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I would not be just like I'm putting in more work with spraying my legs, and I'm working overtime to pay my bills. That don't sit well with me.
Yeah. And it's like, you're letting me pick up extra hours.
Exactly.
He's
He's the only one benefiting.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's benefiting all right. Yeah.
Hey, now, like I said, I understand. I don't condone.
You understand, but you don't condone. Okay.
I like that.
If a duck is gonna be a duck, you better treat that duck like a duck. Like, I'm just saying, like, yo, you gotta have the wherewithal in your mindset to not get out here and get played by some person who knows how to run the game. Because what they always say, hate the player, don't hate the game. Like, that's just it. And so,
I mean, listen, I don't hate the game, but these females need to get it together. Like,
without question.
Yeah, like, no. I just hope my daughter has better sense to not be someone's duck. That's all.
Yeah. And the dudes be bugging too. The dudes be bugging too. They out here leaving with their wallet, and then they want to be mad because someone is accepting their wallet. Like, you can't, like Brittany was saying, like, you can't expect, one thing, and then when that thing presents itself, then you're mad at it. Like, you just absolutely can't do it. Why?
Sometimes you got to break stuff down in things that they understand, like money and sports. Like, if you went to play for a team and they want you to score a touchdown every game, they want you to guarantee a win every game, but they're not going to pay you. They just want you to go out there for the fun of it, for the sport.
Right.
Would you play that game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like Lamar Jackson, he knows his worth. He's like, look, I'm not signing until y'all give me what I want. When people know their worth, they will not settle for just any. But I wish men understood that. Like, you want so much from women, but you're not willing to invest anything.
You're giving so little. Yes.
You're giving so little, and you're expecting a lot. So you can't get mad when your return on investment of zero yields you nothing or less than nothing.
Exactly. Totally
I mean, I guess that's the point. That's the part. That's where Giselle got with Tom Brady then, because it's like, okay, you keep on promising me. And Tom Brady, come on now, you close to 50. What the hell you doing?
He's still a handsome white man. I'm sure they're both equally pretty. Again, pretty privileged.
Right.
Well, not so cute there. But
that man.
That's Kit and Barbie right there. That's Kit and Barbie right there.
Yeah, they're both pretty. But
that man got home and saw that life was sucky, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing none of this."
They're both good. Like, them finding a spouse after this, or just someone just to be with in terms of companionship, is not going to be hard for them. She's
Oh
gorgeous.
no.
He's handsome. She has money. He has money. They're good. Life is
I
fine.
mean, they probably already got their side
They
kid.
probably do. Tom probably.
Right.
He said divorce.
Listen,
He
he
probably
was like,
said,
all
"Oh."
right, let's like let me go on my Rolodex.
He said, "Raise the roof. It's fine."
He like, let me go like, oh yeah, I got one in Tampa, one in Cleveland,
Right.
one in
Right.
Detroit, one in.
Let me go to Baltimore real quick. They love me there.
Love it, man.
I mean,
Baltimore
who
loves
love
the
him here?
Buccaneers.
I don't love his ass here.
That's all.
Look, when they see that net worth, they'll be like, "What?
Right.
He pays for the
Yeah, like you
Buccaneers?"
said, money
Okay.
speaks. Yeah, money speaks more.
Money
Yeah.
speaks. Yeah.
He don't have to do nothing. The
No.
bare minimum.
Bare.
Bare minimum.
If he says, "Look, I'll take you to Fogo downtown, and then we can go on a
Oh, I
private
just
jet."
meant to hear.
Look, even my little eyes would be like, "What?
Right.
Really?" I'm like, "Gary, get back later." That's my husband. Derry, see you soon. Going to
Oh
get
my
some
God.
Brazilian beef.
Right.
Like you better come back with a check. Like stop playing with me. You better come back with
Right.
a
You
check.
better come back with some money.
For real.
Okay.
You about to run this fool
We gonna make it
pockets. We
work.
gonna rob this fool blind. Like, nah, we ain't nah.
Like, what you? I looked at this jersey, an autographed jersey.
Look. I will indecent proposal the hell out of this. Don't play with me. Like, let's go.
You the wife.
So if he said, "I'll give you $2 million to be with your spouse," you would.
You're just gonna go and get this man.
I know. I was like, "Derry, I'll see you in the morning." See you in the AM. Okay, good.
I would feel dirty.
I'll buy $1 million shower to clean
Wash
it
up
off.
with the money. You can wash up the money like the $100 bills getting here. Huh?
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
nah.
God.
But I mean, let's keep it real. $2 million would change my life. Like, we
That's
have
true.
to leave the morals at the door and their ego at the door. I would
At the
never do such a thing. Have you seen my student
No.
loans?
I didn't say I would never do such a thing. I said I would feel dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd be
Yeah.
clean as a whistle.
Man, here's a spa month. Go ahead. Go and do this for a whole month.
I mean, you can
Get
buy a
however
spa
clean
at
you
that
need to
point.
get the-
Exactly. You can buy
go
your
get
own
the
spa.
JJ steam to go get some, some
Oh,
indigo
yeah.
flowers
Good
in
steam.
there, something.
Oh,
I don't
my
know.
Yeah.
Go do something. Go do something.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Whatever you got to
God.
do.
And
So
vice
do
versa.
So do you think after many, many years of being married that y'all can end it and be best of friends? Because who was it? Cynthia, she made a point in one of her interviews saying that she believed that the reason why her and Mike had split because friendship wasn't never there to begin with.
Oh.
But catch 22 is you said in another interview that we're going to hopefully we can move on to be friends because I still respect them right now.
Okay.
So
hustling backwards again.
You never know. Like, these celebrities say a lot of fluff, but they won't tell you the realness behind it. You know what I mean? So could I be friends with my husband if we divorced? I'm barely friends with my exes. Marriage is different. Like,
it is. It's very different.
I don't know.
Did y'all start off as a friendship?
We had a very skyrocketed.
They dated immediately. They was like, they was boyfriend girlfriend within a week. Like,
yes, it was our 5-year. Yes, it was our 5-year dating anniversary, and so we met October 31st. We went on our first date November the 2nd. Yes, happy belated birthday.
Happy belated.
And asked me to be his girlfriend on our first date November the 2nd. I said, no, I'm gonna make you wait. But then November the 5th, I said, all right, we good.
So what, like within a week?
I know. Yeah.
Bruh.
But I will say it also boils down to age. Harry was in his Derry was damn near 40, so he was ready to
Oh
be
well,
married.
yeah. At that age with men, they know
Yeah,
they not playing no more.
they not
It's
playing no
like,
Oh yeah,
you
games.
know what? I
okay.
found my wife. That's it.
Yes,
Bottom line.
without
Okay.
without
But we
question,
really
without
grew to be like the best of friends. I literally tell my husband everything. Some things I really shouldn't, but I mean, with marriage, you have to have those
Yeah, I was gonna
conversations.
say that has to be that way. It took
I,
me the second go around to realize that.
I love
Granted,
it.
Mm,
me and my partner, we started out as friends. I've been knowing him
Ooh,
since I was 16. He was 18.
oh,
wow.
wow.
Yes, and now we're in our
That's
40s.
years and years
So
in. Oh, man.
yeah, so we started out as friends. So I don't that friendship never left us, even with us going back and forth over the years.
Really?
It
That's
never
good.
left. Like,
That's
and
good.
I tell him everything as well. Like the communication now is a lot more better because now I can communicate with him about my needs in the relationship, what works, what don't work. And I'm
Yeah.
more open and
That's,
honest about shit that gets under my skin and vice versa.
Yes.
it's a
So
freedom. It's a freedom in that, and sometimes those conversations suck at that very moment. But when you can like accept it, be like, okay, cool, I get it. I'm going to work on that, and then you just
Yeah.
move forward, and then you just keep it
exactly.
pushing. Like those, it's the problem becomes when you get stuck. Be like, yo, who are you talking to? Like, why would you
Yeah.
even bring that up? That I hurt your feelings or that I did something like that?
Right.
No, you
Right.
got to be able. You got to be able to take that and be like fair,
Yeah.
fair.
And I think for us to be together for 5 years, I can count on one hand the number of like really big arguments that we had. But I knew
Yeah.
the love was still there because even during our arguments, he would go to a different room. I would go to a different room, but he would make sure I still ate. He was like, babe,
Oh,
I
that
cooked.
is the key
He
to
like,
my
babe,
heart.
I cooked. You
Yes.
want something to eat? And I'm like, yes. So of course I would start me talking to him again. But you
Listen,
know, in those past relationships, when it got to the point we didn't want to be in the same space around each other, it gave me time and space to think like, do I really even like this person? But I never
mm,
got those thoughts when I was with my husband, with Derry. I never had those thoughts like, I think life would be better without him, or this
Right.
should be the end of it. And I never had those thoughts, but those other ones, deuces.
Yeah, do say.
hell yeah, yes.
Bye.
Like my girlfriend now. Like I'm telling you, my growth has been like amazing. Like
They are so cute together. They are
if you'd have
so
known me, if you'd have known me
Oh,
4 years ago, oh my god, you'd
look
have
at
been
him.
like,
His skin. Look, Tasha, he was ashy. My man
hey,
was
he
hey,
my
was
man was my man was gray. Like on camera, it looked like he needed some shea butter, some lotion,
and
some
not,
prayer.
you know what?
so he felt he got some love in his life, and then he
Look
got
at
that
him.
glow to
Listen, put
him.
the camera on him. Make him big. Make him big. Look at this. Charles.
I'm officially looking for a new co-host. I don't gotta take this.
Charles, come to the camera. Charles, come closer. Look at that
Don't be
skin.
looking. She calling you out. You do look like you just happy.
I
Yes.
am. I am.
That
Ecstatic.
happiness.
I am.
His skin
I
is
am very
immaculate.
ecstatic.
I've never
And
seen
that-
anything like it.
well, you gotta
Like,
stay with this one. You gotta stay
no,
with
he
her.
Listen,
does.
that's her right there.
It is.
Look at her, but look
Honey,
at
keep
no.
doing
Look
what
at
you
her.
doing. Keep
Tasha,
doing
look
what
at
you
her.
doing.
Do
Yeah,
y'all see that? Her picture
he is
glowing.
gorgeous.
She's
Yes.
glowing. They make each other glow.
I love
Fact,
it. You better stay with
fact.
that one then.
No, seriously.
Listen,
I cannot go.
listen.
Tasha,
I ain't going.
our
I ain't.
shows, our shows, let's get real. Can you make me big again? Make me big. Tasha, we're talking about divorce and separation and when the love is gone. We've had moments like that. When Charles was single
Oh
and
yeah.
going through some tumultuous relationships, there were
Mm.
days that we had some horrible shows and we did not
Mhm.
get along. And we both had thoughts after the show of, do we want to do this anymore? Like we
Oh, that was
argued
the
everything. We
roughness
just
in the
butt heads.
past. It,
Yeah,
like going, yeah.
it
Oh
was
That's
wow.
awful.
But look
that's
what
rough.
love does when you get that great love in your life. Everything is like unicorns and roses
Yes.
and Yes, it's amazing.
It's
I told someone
amazing.
that the other day because they was saying how they saw me just glowing.
You
Everybody
are.
commenting
You are.
about that, and
You
I
be
was like,
happy.
yes, and I
You
was like, I
would.
can't even lie. I'm so fucking happy right now, and
Yes.
it's not only because of where I'm at in my relationship, but where I'm at like in my personal life, professionally. Like everything seemed like it's just like flowing now together. But yes, am I happy? I'm extremely above, over the top
I
happy.
can tell.
Yes, when you got that person that speaks life into you and gives you that peace and still can be that kick in your ass when you need it, and bro, there's
Yes, all of
nothing
your flaws.
like all of it.
Yes,
It took me a while. Honestly, like being in all the bullshit that I was in, like it took me a while to really accept like that kind of love, and I was just always kind of looking at a side eye, like, yo, what you want? Like, I ain't got it. Like, yo,
you all scared.
the way my checking and my savings is set up, like I ain't got that kind of I got that kind of and I'm not even talking just financials. I'm talking like my mental, my physical, my spirit, like my bank,
That's my
like my
husband.
Oh, that's your husband.
all those accounts were like empty, and now I'm so full, and I'm like Brittany
Yeah.
was saying, like, yo, that's my best friend. Like I can talk about
Yes.
anything, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Like I can't
Yes,
see me
it's a
walking away.
wonderful feeling. I love this conversation again. Brittany said I won't invite her back, but I am gonna invite y'all back. This was
Yay!
That's
amazing.
what's up. We've done our job.
So tell everyone where they can find you all at. If you have anything coming up soon, let everyone know. This is your time to shine.
Oh, okay, no problem. Well, like I said, we are Dating University. You can find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can catch our show live Thursday evenings, EST on 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, live on Facebook and on YouTube. We also have merch. I'm actually wearing one of
Yes.
our
Yes,
hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, y'all know. Y'all know.
I love it. I want
It's
me a
always
hoodie.
it's your hoodie.
I had to go buy a hoodie.
We're
But
working on it
yes,
for you.
but yes, our audio podcasts are on all of your DSPs, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify. Please, 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 whenever you feel like it, just drop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like, leave us a share. Like it's everything. So like we are in our process, we are growing. We are looking to grow our classes. We are
Yes.
always looking for guests to come on to be professors and everything. So yes, like we
I want to be a
love.
professor.
Yo,
Professor
come
Please,
love.
on in,
please,
come on in.
please, please. We need you
Yes,
on the show. Definitely come on whenever you want.
yes,
There's some days where you may have to host by yourself because you know teaching is very exhausting.
it
Professor Charles and
is.
we love teaching every week, but some weeks we just want to sit back and just observe.
I get that. I get that.
Oh, I
Yes.
know.
We're not
I
going to
mean,
leave
I
you
know.
hanging. No, we'll
I
still
mean,
be on
I
the show with
get it.
you. We'll just
I
give
get
you
it.
questions.
Spreading love is exhausting too. Like trying to
Yeah.
get into people's heads about love. That I get it.
Oh, yeah.
By not spreading toxic shit like everybody else will
Right.
be doing, like millions and millions of views or whatever. Like, right. We were talking about this. Like, there's not too many platforms that are just like really trying to heal. Like
Yeah.
everybody wants to talk about the bull crap and continue to foster the negative connotations of the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on your orientation. And like where's the responsibility? Like you have a platform, but yet all you're doing is just, and I use the analogy of like throwing a grenade in the room and walking away. Like
Yeah. Especially for
Wow.
those people that always wonder why they still single.
Mm.
That's another
Let somebody
topic,
come
another
ask me that.
Oh, yeah. You done got, yeah.
Let
Don't give
somebody
me
come ask me that question. I'm gonna tell your ass exactly why you're
right.
single.
Oh, I tell people the truth all the time. Oh, you want me to?
Yes.
Do we have time?
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh,
come ask
Dee
me.
said you make her happy too. Oh, y'all so cute.
I just want to pinch y'all's cheeks. Y'all make me so happy.
Yes. Well, thank you both for joining me today. This was an awesome, awesome show.
Yes.
Guys, tune in next time, each and every Sunday on ONFIRE-TV.com as I continue to spread love,
Yes.
broadcast individual love stories, and all of that good stuff. Until
Yes.
next time.